Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So excited that you are here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I achieve this multi-texture look on these polymer clay earrings. And also, you guys know I'm a fan of the glitter, so I also do a little glitter in this video. It's my first time doing gold. I think it is perfection. I actually had a great name. I called this collection the Grace and Gold collection. So I'm so excited to show you how I create these. So let's get right into the video. Hey girl, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been a part of the Oh So Pretty squad, I'm so glad that you're back. If you want to join the squad, all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and you are in. On this channel, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes of my handmade accessories business, as well as give you helpful tips and helpful information for running a small handmade or product-based business. So don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Let's create something oh so pretty. Okay, first things up, I've done this on a couple other videos, so I'll make sure I link those in the description so you have a better understanding of exactly what I'm doing. But I just want to let you know that inside my Cricut space, or inside the Cricut software, I went in, this is one of the flaws that I did that I talked about earlier. Whenever you get to the next clip, you will see that the outside of the outside kind of came off because I didn't make sure it was attached. So right here, I'm going to show you how to just make sure it is attached so that you don't have that issue. So right now I'm going ahead and bringing in the image one more time. So this is the image that I created inside Canva. And then what I do is I make sure the border is touching the edge, the cut edge, because all of those little lines are cut, and so whenever you see my stencil, it doesn't have a border, which is not a huge deal. It's actually not a huge deal. But if you want to make sure, I feel like the stencil is more stable when it actually has the border on it. So that's the only reason why I'm like, here's how to do the border. So as you can see here, I'm just making sure I touch the cut edge with my actual background so it has that outside border, because I just believe that it just gives it a little bit more stability and it's not so kind of flimsy almost. So that's the only thing that I want to just make sure you see. That's what I'm doing here. And then I'll just go ahead and I'll split it, so then that way I have the background with the cut lines all together, and then I'll just kind of delete everything else. So this is, if you can see, all the edges are touching now. So if you need more of a, if you need more of a tutorial on this, I definitely say go back and watch my last videos because they're a little bit more explanatory versus this video. I just wanted to make sure you knew kind of how I made the stencil. So let's get into this, and I'm going to show you exactly the stencil and how I do the technique that I do in this next clip. So okay guys, so I've already cut out some right here, but I want to show you exactly how I did that. So basically I went through and I made a stencil. I made a stencil with my Cricut, and this wasn't my best shot, so I did have a few oopsies. It took me a while to really figure out what to put it under. Okay guys, this is edited on Olivia, and I don't think I was very clear when I was describing this when I was creating the video. But what I meant was, inside Cricut, you have the opportunity to choose what product you're using to cut. And so basically, I was trying to put it under stencil. It did not cut through it all the way. So I was just really trying to go through all the different options to figure out what was the best thing to cut it on. And so cut it as. So it took a minute to decide and whether to use more pressure or default pressure. So I finally got it, but that's what I'm actually talking about here. So, but it did take me a couple chances to figure out the millage to cut, because a couple times I cut, I'll just show you an example. A couple times I cut it out, and if you can see right here, I know it's clear so it's hard to see, but it did not cut it through. It did not. It's a great impression. I mean, it is etched. It would be great to use this as a texture. It'll be a light texture, but this could be a great texture because of it's not cut all the way out. These are some other ones that I was playing with. I know like you barely can see anything because it's so faint, but so that's what happened. Now I tried it again, and then that's when I got this. Unfortunately, I did not attach the sides to this, so it actually came out of the sides because I needed to make sure I touch all of these sides. That was my mistake. I actually kind of forgot to do that. Oh yeah, see, this one didn't come out for whatever reason, but all the rest came out, so it kind of worked out good. It's still enough to do what I needed to do. I did a couple other ones. This one, I think I need to work on this pattern a little bit more, because yeah, it's just, I mean, I don't know, I haven't quite used it as a stencil, but it's quite like a little bit raggedy. So, and this was another one that I did. Like I said, I know they're kind of hard to see. Next time I'll make sure I put a colored paper back here so y'all can kind of see it. But anyhow, this one worked out fine. We're gonna use this. I'm gonna show you the technique that I plan on doing. So what you want to do is go ahead and put your stencil down on your clay, rolled out, okay? Make sure your roller is clean, and then you're gonna roll over this, okay? You're gonna roll over this, so to get that great impression of your pattern, okay? So one way you can do this is from here, you can go ahead and take the stencil off and you'll have a great pattern, okay? But if you want to take it a step further and add a little bit more dimension and, you know, just a different take on it, we can go on with our fish filter and we can just go in and create some more texture. So what I like to do is I like to first go over it like this. Is if you want to do like a very light and faint texture, you can do something like this. If you want to have more of an impression and get even more of that texture, you can take your roller and you can roll it down like so. This really helps get that impression in there. So that is really good. So obviously there's tons of different ways you can get this pattern. You can get it with sandpaper. Oh, sorry about that, all that noise I'm making. But you can do this with sandpaper. So many different other textures that you have around you can use it for. But I really love the fish filter texture just because also sometimes sandpaper leaves some residue behind, which sometimes this does too, so, but not as bad. And it's way easier to pull this. If it does have like a little piece of the fish filter, it's way easier to pull this out of your clay versus the sandpaper sometimes, especially the sandpapers I've used, okay? So basically you have this. Now this is giving a really great impression. So I would just look at it, pick it up, make sure everything is done because you don't want to have to go over it again once you've already taken your stencil up, because that's really what will mess up your design. All right, so from there, we're gonna go ahead and pull the stencil up. So we're gonna release the stencil, and now you're left with this, oh my gosh, this really pretty stencil design, which is so gorgeous. You want to be careful whenever you're cutting it out and whenever you're handling it that you don't get like your fingerprints in the part that's like smooth. I think you want to just make sure you keep that really clean and dirty. If you need to touch it, make sure you touch on this part because it's a little bit easier to disguise. I will say that the shiny part that has been left is definitely more sensitive and you could easily fingerprint that. So just FYI, and I'm sure you could probably clean it up with a acetone and a Q-tip when it is all done, but you know, why go through all that when you can just be careful? I just want to warn you to be careful. So from here, we're just going to cut this. I want this because this, you know, next time I make this particular shape, I might do it a tad bit smaller because you want to be sure that you can see the actual shape that's here. So because it's, you know, kind of large, not super large, I mean, you want to make sure you're using big enough cutters that you can see what the actual shape is, or what the actual design is, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and use these arches. Oh, another thing is, you know, just depending on how you're cutting, I did that a little bit haphazardly. But I'm gonna pull this out. So that's another thing I was gonna say. I didn't really pay attention. That one ended up being straight, but also I was gonna say you want to make sure I put this on a little bit of angle. So just depending on what, you know, what you want for your design, but I try to make sure I get this a little straight. And also I'm trying to make sure I line it up so it's in a good pattern, or you can kind of really see the pattern throughout. So that's that. Also want to do, I haven't did ovals in a while. Let's do something with these ovals. Obviously with round ones you can be a little bit more forgiving. And then I also want to do some of these. And the great thing about this is you really don't have to worry about like losing any design, because you can easily just ball this back up and roll it out again and do the same thing, since it's not, you're not adding any color or anything to it. The next time I do something with the stencils, I definitely want to add some color or something to the design, and show you guys something that we'll do that way. But I love this particular design, and I love that it is subtle, but it makes a very big impact. And I'm gonna bring it up closer so you can see it. It makes a major impact, and I think these are really gonna look good. I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna pair these with. I was thinking maybe some gold, or yeah, I'm not sure what I'll pair these with. If you have any suggestions, comment below, but it's probably going to be too late because I'm actually going to show you the finished product in this video. So yeah, comment below and let me know if I made a great choice or should I went with something else. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and bake these, and then I'm going to figure out exactly what I'm going to pair these with, because I couldn't keep them. I kind of had an idea of keeping them like solid. That's my first idea. I'm not sure. I guess I'm gonna bake these and kind of see where my mind is going. If I want to keep them just blue on blue, like monochromatic, or do I want to add another color with these components? Oh, you know what? What if I add like some glitter components to it and make it really classy, like some gold glitter? It'll give it probably a little bit. Ooh, I haven't did gold glitter yet either. I could do some gold glitter with this. Ooh, ooh. How would that be? I really kind of like that idea. Just do like gold glitter, and they'll be like, ooh, champagne glitter. I think I have some I want to see if I have champagne glitter. Let's see. Yeah, like that. Oh, I think this is gonna be it, guys. I think I'm gonna do some glitter components. I actually might use this scrap. I think I might roll this out, get this good, and then do glitter on top of it. What do y'all think about that? I think that's gonna turn out nice. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this out, get it good and ready for the glitter, and then I'll come back and show you guys. Once again, you've guys seen me do this time and time again, but I'll just show you one more time how I do glitter on polymer clay. I get a lot of questions about, do I bake it first or after, whatever. So I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of walk you through what I do once again, And so if you're new here, you can kind of see how I create glitter polymer clay earrings. So I'll be back. Okay, so I have went through and I kind of mixed up that like goldy brownie color from the last collection that I made, and it actually made it's really pretty like goldy color, which will be great for the background of these earrings. So basically I kind of rolled it out to where it is almost solid, but you can definitely see some variations in there, barely. Like, I don't know if they're picking up on camera, but you definitely can. So what I'm gonna do is gonna go ahead and add the glitter to this. So let's do that. Okay, since this is gonna be a glitter, and I know that for sure I'm going to be putting resin on the top and some of them even the back to secure my post. So I went ahead and rolled this out on a 3 instead of like a 0 or a 1 like I normally would. So where is that glitter? Okay, so here's that glitter, very champagne. I'm gonna go ahead and move these kind of out of my way back here. Sorry if I hit the camera, so we don't accidentally get any glitter on these. All right, so get everything out my way. Okay, for the most part, I'm trying to get everything for it glitter. And then from there, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the glitter. So this is raw clay, it has not been baked. And I'm gonna just go ahead and start pouring on the clay. So with this, you wanna make sure that you really rub this this glitter in so it kind of adheres, because we're going to be doing resin coating on top, or you can easily do like a varnish, like a Varathane or something like that. I think that will definitely help you keep your glitter in, but I really love the look of that really shiny resin coat on top of the glitter earrings. I mean, really and truly, it really does, I mean, it does wonders for, you know, this clay. And it's like you get the light weight of this clay, and I mean, it packs all of this glitter. I mean, do you just see this? I mean, it is gorgeous. So with this, you want to make sure there are going to be some spaces in this clay that are not filled with the glitter. So that is the purpose of me just going over and over and over it, because I'm just making sure every little inch of this clay is covered to the best of my ability. So I just want to keep going over it and going over it. You'll obviously see some of the excess clay start to, like, you know, what you have left is on top. So I'm just moving it over and over and over it. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll go ahead. Actually, I'm not going to. I was gonna do the excess, but I'm not gonna do the excess right now. I'm actually wait, because that will, before I pick it up, I'm actually just going to dump the excess, keep it on this, because I don't want to get too much glitter in the back of it, because I want to keep the back of it, you know, as clear as possible, because some of them will be used for the bottom components. So because I want to do that, I'm going to go ahead and just pour this excess off on here, keeping it. Obviously, we can take some of the glitter off with acetone or some other different options for sure. I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, this is a way. And then once you have your glitter in your paper, you can go ahead and just feed it back in your tube, so you don't waste that glitter. So I'll do that in a minute. I'm just gonna set this off to the side. And I might even use it actually, because I'll probably end up doing more components, because the great thing about this too is, like, it's just gonna get better and better. Like, this first batch won't have glitter throughout it, but the next batch will. So that's, you know, something too as well. So that's why I don't worry too much about the backs, because, you know, it'll kind of even out. So just thinking about the ones I already made, I did really love this with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make those again, because I want to make a gold little piece for that. And then opposite, I'll make one like this, so then I can use the blue for that. Or I could do something different. I don't really have to do this bottom. I might do something different, but I really did like this with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some more of those. Oh, my fingers are kind of like, you know, what did they say about glitter? Like, it's just like glass cut up or something, like really, I can't remember what they said about glitters, but my fingers are kind of like, not burning, they feel a little tingle. They just feel a little different just from rubbing in that clay over and over again. It's kind of weird. I mean, I could have wore gloves, but I mean, they don't hurt. It's just like a little weird feeling. So look at these glitter. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Before I do this, actually I can do it with the second one, that's fine. But look at that. See that? That's just gorgeous. I think that's gonna look so good with those. But of course, like I said, I'm not gonna excuse me. I think this is the second video I sneezed in. I sneezed in my video last week. It's funny. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on a separate thing because I don't want to get glitter on those. So I'll put those on a separate paper. All right, so I'll go ahead and move these out the way. Drip, drip. I literally don't know why I was saying drip, 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 but I guess it was looking like drip to me. Okay, so this is the finishing of the earrings. This is such an important part. I don't always show this part, but it is so important to clean up those edges, acetone your backs, make sure the sides are smooth and buttery. This is really going to take your earrings to the next level. Or this, if you're a purchaser, if you're a buyer of my earrings, this is how you know you're getting quality product. I want them to be handmade, not look handmade and feel handmade. So I love the way these turned out. They're so lightweight. There's such a beautiful finish on them. They're just amazing. So if you're looking to purchase these, they're now on the site. I only made a small batch. I make small batches. You get them while you can get them. Make sure you join the Tech Squad if you're not a part of it already, because whenever I add new earrings to the site, I send a text out. The holidays are coming, so go ahead and start getting your gifts and ordering these. I'm going to have drop after drop after drop for the next month and a half or so. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you're here to learn, the Creative Genius community is going to be launching soon. So if that's something that you're excited about, I would love to have you like this video. Tell me in the comments if you are excited about the Creative Genius community, because it's coming and I can't wait for you guys to join it, all my creatives to join. So see you in my next video. Peace out.